Hi, and welcome to our new member chamber chat. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the chamber. I'm so excited. I have the lovely ladies from Virtually Focused Media, Kelly Murphy and Melissa Burgio. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. We've been talking for 20 minutes. It would have been a pretty funny conversation if we actually recorded it, we were saying.
It is. You know, how we roll, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm so excited to have you here and to have you as new members. I've known you for several years through Polka Dot Powerhouse. So we're so excited to have you in the chamber. Let's talk a little bit about Virtually Focused Media, what you do. And then I want to dive in a little bit to how you got where you are today and how you know each other. Because I was saying to you, I feel like you guys have been friends since you were like in elementary school.
And we determined that we were because we're so young.
Exactly. We'll go.
Right. Go ahead, Mel. You want to go?
Okay, so Virtually Focused Media, we are a full service virtual support agency. So we handle everything from administrative tasks, email management, and social media strategy. We've been in business together since February 1st. So it's a new business for us together, but separately we've been doing these sorts of tasks for several years now, since we left our corporate jobs. Both of us worked at a telecommunications company for 20 and 18 years respectively. We just decided it was time. We had a conversation one day. I said to Kelly, I'm just going to open this virtual assistant business, and I really think that you should expand your offerings. And she's like, well, and then we just, kind of came to be like, wait a minute, we had this aha moment, like, let's just do it together. And from that day forward, Virtually Focused Media was born.
Yeah. So, and I'll put this in there. We both had separate businesses, and we took a word from each of our businesses to put in to this new business. Yep.
Love that.
So I was, the logo, it's the second one that we've done. We had a previous logo, and then we just wanted something fresh. We felt like it was too heavy. Loved it for my previous business, but wanted someone else, wanted someone to take a swing at it. And these colors were not even on the palette of colors that we sent her. We said, we kind of like lean towards these colors. And she showed us those, and we were like, And then she showed us our current colors, which are like bright green, blue, and like a teal. And we were like, Right, exactly. It's your cup, basically. And we ended up loving it, and it's given a fresh new coat of paint on everything. So
really great. I love it. And I was so excited when I saw that you went into business together, but February 1st, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah, it was very strange. Yeah, like Melissa said, we talked about almost being like referral partners, because I was like, oh, if someone needs something besides social media, I can refer them to you. And she's like, oh yeah, and then I can refer people to you. And we were like, what are we doing? Like, doesn't make any sense. Why don't we just go to business together and offer everything, So it's really, we found the right recipe, I think.
I think so excited for you guys. So talk about how you met.
So like Melissa said, well, we grew up 2 towns over from each other, on the South Shore. So we're now in the Merrimack Valley, but prior to, we grew up in Pembroke and Norwell, and we graduated the same year. We ended up working at Verizon in Boston, and we worked together in the same office. That's how we met, became friends. And then they moved us out of Boston up to Lowell, and we were like, Lowell? So we didn't know anyone up here. We moved up here. We were working at Crosspoint, and ended up in a networking group, Polka Dot Powerhouse, to meet people, because we had no idea. We didn't know anyone up here. I had some cousins up here, but didn't have any like friends or anything. And that's how we met everybody. And I think without that, this never would have happened. So
you met a lot of people too, and you're both in leadership positions at Polka Dot Powerhouse.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it's been a very strange trip, but it brought us here, and it's working. So
yeah, we've been in the Merrimack Valley for 6 years now, and like life is completely different than it was in 2014 when we moved to Lowell. If you had asked me 10 years ago, would I live in Lowell, Massachusetts? The answer would have been like, no, I don't know anything about Lowell, but I really love it up here. It's an amazing community. The first thing I did was start volunteering at Lowell Humane Society, who's also a chamber member.
Yeah.
And I love those people too. They're amazing. So
There's a lot to like about Lowell, as
really,
they say.
That I think deserves the clap reaction.
I agree.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
Zoom,
gonna clap myself.
we need some more reactions. Like just the
Yeah.
thumbs up and the clapping. Like
Agreed.
I think they could offer a little bit more in this. If I love emojis, probably too much. And gifts,
I love emojis as well.
will just make everything better.
Yes. So, when we think about who are, dare I say our ideal clients is
I was going to ask you that.
going to take over here. We like to work with heart-centered entrepreneurs, mostly, whether they're male or female, but we like to help people remove those tasks that they don't really enjoy from their plate and help them focus on what it is that they really enjoy, which is their message, and help them, bring in more revenue.
And a lot of times, I'm sure some of the tasks that you would be helping them with are tasks that would take them so much longer to do. And so you waste so much time doing that. So that's such an important point, that they should focus on the things that they enjoy doing. Plus, you want to create a business that you love. And if you're bogged down by all these tasks that you don't enjoy, then how are we going to love your business?
Exactly. We have one client who we've seen her growth exponentially since she hired us, because now she can focus on what she really loves, and that's helping women in finance, because now she's not bogged down by sending out email campaigns or doing her social media or, getting people to sign up for her retreat, because she has us to help her do that.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So we've touched a little bit upon some of the things that you do with, so social media, email management, so internal and external.
Yeah.
So can you touch up a little bit upon that?
Yep. So we could help you. We have a lot of clients who say, I can't get to that email, or we even email clients and we never hear from them. And it's because the emails are just stacking up in their inbox and they don't know how to prioritize. So we'll dive in there. Usually Melissa jumps into that. She dives into their email box and she'll help sort of prioritize, here's something you need to look at today and respond to today. We have another client who we have a little set of criteria that we sort of vet new emails coming in. Mm-hmm. And if it's something that she is willing to work on right now, we'll give her a heads up. Otherwise, we send a little breakup email to them and say, sorry, we can't, can't take you on right now. So that sort of stuff for internal. And then we do the email marketing campaigns, help them with that, setting up automations for, new clients, or if someone signs on to their email list, we'll help them with their campaign, a funnel, and then monthly newsletters and stuff. So we do a little of everything.
That's great. And in terms of the social media piece too, social media is changing constantly. So to be a business owner and try to keep up with some of that, like today I logged onto your Facebook page to grab some information and it popped up on my phone. Can we help you? That never has happened to me before.
I just set that up the other day. I'm glad that works.
It works, and you're the first company that's ever happened. So awesome.
Awesome.
But a lot of people don't know that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And, people use that a lot for sales and stuff. And it's just, coming from customer service, I think too, we have that piece in our heads. So we can think that way for clients too. Doesn't it have to always be about the sale? People want quality, customer service too, when they're dealing with an organization. So we help them with that as well.
And then administrative tasks. So it falls under that.
It does, because a lot of people don't really enjoy those administrative tasks. And long before I jumped into this kind of role, I really enjoyed being that person for people. Hey, you need me to take care of that for you? I don't mind. So it's almost like a personal assistant, doing those things for you, because that's fun for me.
I'm
You
sure
know?
they appreciate that. And I'm looking at, so we'll touch upon these other things, financial, website management, and miscellaneous. But what's so great about the fact that you can offer all these things and you have experience in all of this is if somebody takes you on maybe for social media, but then they decide they want to add you for administrative tasks, like they already know you, they work with you, they trust you. And so they can just continually add kind of different services on and have the same team working behind them versus somebody that has somebody doing social media, somebody helping with websites, somebody with the financial piece. And there's a lot of businesses that run that way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. We were asked in the beginning, like, what's going to be your specialty? And we've just found that as business owners ourselves, there's so many different aspects to it that you need help with everything. So as business owners, we know those areas because we all need help in it. So we're able to easily kind of just slide right into that area of their business and help them out. And like you said, they'll start out and come to us and be like, I need help with social media. But then they're like, because I can never send out my newsletter. Okay, well, that means you don't have time to send your newsletter out, so we can help you with that. And, you know, this content's old on my website. So yeah, we jump in and help out with that too. So it's just, it runs the gamut, you know, with what we can do. And if it's not on that list, we end up
Figuring it out.
learning it and putting it on the list, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, we even have somebody who, you know, those touch points where you want to follow up with your customers, like sending greeting cards and things like that. We have a customer, we do that for her. So it's those little things like staying in front of your customer.
Little big things, right?
Exactly. The little big things that add up.
Yep. And you mentioned you have a client whose business has grown exponentially now that you've taken on some of this stuff. A lot of times businesses say, okay, I can't afford to bring somebody on. I'm just going to do it myself. But your time is money as a business owner. And so
Yes.
you have to look at that and say, okay, actually, if I hired somebody to do this piece, then I could actually focus on maybe reaching out to clients and getting more clients and building my business.
Yeah.
You have to look at it as a resource.
Absolutely. And you know, you bring up a good point. Like that's something else that we are helping our clients do is lead generation. You know, if you have to spend money to make money, cliche as that sounds, if you know, in order to get to make more money, you have to have those leads. So if you don't have the time in your own business to do the research, if you can have somebody help you do that, that's priceless.
I totally agree with that. And then you also do the financial piece. That's amazing. So talk a little bit about some of the offerings that could kind of fall into that category.
Yeah, so we do a lot. We can do invoicing for clients. So we send out invoices for when you sign a new client. We'll help you send your proposal, your contract, your invoice, and follow up every step of the way to make sure that they've received it, read it, digested it, and then, you know, signed and paid. And then, you know, so we just follow behind all of that, nudge them along. And then once that's done, help with the onboarding. So it just kind of keeps the business rolling because, you know, we talked to someone the other day who said, you know, I send invoices out and I've got people that haven't paid me since like March and I forget about it. They forget about it. And that's usually what happens is people don't necessarily not want to pay you. They've just forgotten and you've forgotten to remind them. So we're here to do the dirty work of like, hey, by the way, you know, don't forget this, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just kind of help continuously bring money into the business. So.
Yeah. And even setting up automated processes so that doesn't get like lost in the shuffle. Yeah. Say, you know, somewhere down the line, you know, you decide to go, you know, on your own and not have a virtual assistant, you know, that stuff's automated for you.
That's great. It's nice that you offer that, but I think once they have you, they're not going to want to let you go.
That is our hope.
And then website management. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yep. So we can go in, we don't necessarily build websites. We built this website, but it also took us forever and it's probably not perfect, you know, so
it's actually a great site. I love the site. Yeah. I love the logo.
Thank you. But yeah, we'll go in, like we work with Wix, Squarespace, WordPress. I've got close to 15 years plus of WordPress experience. So There's not much I can't do once the website's built. We'll maintain it monthly for you, make sure all your plugins are up to date, make sure WordPress itself is up to date. Any content that needs to be changed out, Google will go in. Google likes to go in every month and check your site. And if there's no fresh content, it says, oh, you're not doing much, so we're gonna move on. So even if you're not putting out blog posts, we can go in and kind of tweak the wording, make sure it's optimized, your keywords are up to date, just so that when Google checks in on you, they'll see that you're constantly updating, and that gives you some high marks. It gives you a little clap, if you will. So yeah, we could do that sort of stuff too.
And then the miscellaneous piece, there's a lot that fell under this, which is really amazing. Let's touch upon some of the miscellaneous things that don't fall within the other categories we talked about.
Let me get on the same page as
I
you.
gave us another clap, sorry.
Oh, Melissa did the clap. Yeah, like we have clients that are across the country, and if they have any type of virtual events, we can support. We can jump on Zoom and help them with, putting people in breakout rooms, making sure the chat is up to date, just event support like that. A little graphic design, like Melissa said, setting up like the processes and programs, and doing analytics and stuff. So all sorts of little minutia that we can do as well on the side.
And who would have thought, you mentioned virtual when you started in February, how big that would become.
Right.
Exactly. And we even have one client that I handle his incoming phone calls. So I handle his phone calls, his bookings, his, pickups and deliveries. So
wow.
Yeah.
Is it legal? It sounds illegal.
Yes,
okay, just making sure.
But so we're very versatile.
User laws there on Chamber Chat.
No,
we're on the up and up.
No. Completely above board business.
Is there anything else you want the viewers to know about Virtually Focused Media?
Just visit us on the website, virtuallyfocusedmedia.com. We're on social media, and we love to help small business owners, and as business owners, we know we need the help. We know you need the help, so together we can help each other.
Right, and we're always available for a chat if you ever have any questions or need any guidance in some area of your business.
Excellent. Yeah, so if somebody's listening or watching and they say, oh, I might need some help, they can reach out to you. It doesn't mean if they call you, they're like hiring you. You'll have a conversation with them and consult them and make sure it's a good fit, which
yes,
of course will be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No obligations.
Yeah, none. People,
talk. I love to talk, especially. I'm a chatter.
Yeah, you can schedule a call right on the website, and it's quick and easy. It's about 20 minutes, and we just get to know you and your business, and let you know if we can help and how we can help, and we go from there. No pressure.
None.
Perfect. Well, I thank you both. This was so much fun. It was fun doing this, but it was also fun chatting beforehand. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hopefully seeing you in person. I was just thinking that if we ever have like coffee or lunch, it's going to be like a long one. So like,
schedule at least 2 hours.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
We're so excited to have you as new members. We look forward to working with you. And I definitely encourage people to check out your social media, because you're always posting really useful like information and kind of tangible things people can be doing for their business.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having us on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for everything.
And congratulations on your new role as president.
Oh, thank you. Of Massachusetts Chamber of Commerce Executives. So exciting. Yeah, it's really great. I mean, I've had connections with these chambers throughout the state for several years. And during this time, it's been just critical to have people within the industry to bounce ideas off of, or we do like cocktail Zooms once a week, which I usually don't have a cocktail because I have to make dinner and put the kids to bed, but everybody else is enjoying one.
Right.
You can have a mocktail.
I like that idea.
Yeah. I think I have one suggestion for you going forward for Chamber Chat. If you should start playing Hail to the Chief as your intro music, maybe.
I told my husband he has to call me Double Prez.
Oh, that's awesome.
That should be the name on the bottom of your Zoom meeting.
People were like, that's amazing, congratulations. I'm like, it's really, I mean, it's great. I'm thankful, I'm excited, but it's just like more work for I mean,
True.
during a pandemic.
Yes.
Right. And it's good, it's good for the area and it's good for our members and everything. So
Yeah.
excellent. Well, thank you both very much.
you.
It was so much fun, and I hope to talk to you very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for
Bye.
tuning in. And did you ever read the thing about like you don't leave meetings and go bye, but everybody does it on Zoom?
Yeah.
Like when you ever leave a meeting and you're like,
Why is that?
Maybe we should start that in real life.
I'm totally going to. I'm gonna like, bye. So, bye.
Bye.